Good evening. It's Monday night all over again. My name is Donna Banks, and I'm here to talk about the Fresh Book Festival, which will be held in the beautiful city of Daytona Beach in the year 2024. And the dates are 22, 23, 24 February. And we would love for you to join us. Our host hotel is Daytona One. It is a Marriott property in a beautiful scenic area of downtown Daytona. It is maybe 2 minutes to NASCAR, where you can see this $40 million product right in the middle of the city. It is miraculous. It has a walkway over that you can take advantage of. You can go take some very good pictures there. Um, just very scenic. It is about 5 minutes away from the powerful Bethune-Cookman University, of course, where Dr. Mary McLeod Bethune is its founder. It is about 10 minutes away from Jackie Robinson Stadium. And we all know the story of Jackie Robinson. If you don't know the story, please make yourself familiar. But this was a place where Jackie made history. And part of that history was that where he made history, he couldn't lay his head during the time that he was there. So, and you have the world's most famous beach. So, during the 3 days that you're here for this event, you get to see Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, which is, I don't know who is old enough to remember the Jetsons, but that is where you ride into the. I was on the campus not too long ago, and a little robot came up beside me. I was like, "Oh yeah, so what are you doing?" Come to find out, they were delivering food to the dormitory. So it is really George Jetsonville over there. If you've never been to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, please go take a tour. It is an amazing place. Then we have Daytona State College, which has expanded by leaps and bounds here in the city of Daytona Beach. And we have numerous other colleges and universities. Please come see us. And I understand we got the best crabs in town in the state, but I don't eat shellfish, so I really can't say. But I do understand that we have the best seafood here in the city of Daytona Beach. So come join us at the Fresh Book Festival. Registration is going to open up September the 1st. We're so excited. Hats off to Curtis Bunn, who just got through with his festival in just a couple of weeks ago in Atlanta. So thank you, Curtis, for being in this industry for 19 years. I think he's going to celebrate his 20th year next year. And to Sharon Lucas in Maryland. Hers is coming up in October. Keep the festivals going. When people say, oh, I know an author, I know a lot of authors. Well, I don't think you know a lot of melanated authors, right? So we're just coming into the industry. We've had some who've been in there in the past, but now we're coming in, giving our own work, our own words, power to our words. And hats off to the children's authors. I know so many. Primrose is Cameron is a children's author. Vincent Taylor with Cornbread is a children's author. And listen, I could go on and on and on, but because of where we live and because of all the books that cannot be read, I beg you, if you have it in you to write a serious children's book about almost anything, bugs, alphabet, people, animals, on their level, to be succinct so that they understand it and enjoy it. And listen, tonight I interviewed Teresa Dyer, who has written a book, Being Yourself. Now, this book is about bullying and family and friends, and it takes a young lady and her group of friends through the whole process of bullying and recognizing that you don't have to be part of that particular group. You can be yourself. Being Yourself by Teresa A. Dyer. She has another book coming up, children's book. But listen, when you have to write for children, I would think that I would have to get in a crouching position and just think about what it looks like from their vantage points and so many things. And when I think about how I raised my own son, listen, I'm not regretting anything. I'm just saying there are times when I should have gotten on his level, talked to him in his face, as opposed to being the tower looking down on him to tell him what to do and how to do it, what to say and what not to say. I think those have been improvements in the way that we raise our children. There's some other things that I'm not, spare the rod, that kind of thing I'm not really sure about, but I do believe that we've learned to communicate better. And the way we do that is having people who enjoy writing children's books and making sure that they feel special and they have a book with their name in it, that they meet the author, they get a chance to take a picture with the author. So important. I was telling Teresa on our interview today that I had a young man come to me. I don't write children's books. I write grown up erotica and suspense. And so, but I had a children's book festival and he had come to the book festival, had his name put in the book, and he was so excited. And when I saw him again, he said that his little brother had torn up his book, and he was so upset about that. That was the only book he ever had that had his name in it, and he had taken a picture with the author. So I tracked down who the author was, of course, and got his name put back in the book and sent it to him. But you don't know how important it is for a child to, one, have a book of their own, two, to have their name in a book, three, to have a book that has illustrations that look like them. I grew up with Dick and Jane. There was nobody really looking like us, right? The Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew, right? And so I remember not really a television watcher. I still don't watch TV to this day. But when Josie and the Pussycats came on TV, I ran from whatever corner of the block I was on to make sure I was home because that was the first time I saw someone look like me in a cartoon playing the drums, a Black female drummer on Josie and the Pussycats. Now, I'm not going to tell you how old I am. If you know me, you know how old I am. And so for you to remember that these many years down the road, then that even tells you how important it is for us to be writing things for our children, not only elementary, middle school, and high school. Jeff Carroll, shout out to Jeff Carroll, who not gave me, but of course I support. So he signed 30 comic books for me to do a class this summer. Thank you so, so much. Because this was middle school and I wasn't really sure how to connect with them. And I remember when my son was in middle school and I'm an avid reader. He didn't want to read anything. And then I brought him, and everybody knows the story, the Ninja Turtles, Donatello and the gang. And he has been reading ever since. So I thought to myself, if I go to this middle school class, what can I inspire them with? Okay, so we inspired each other for them to write their own comic book. Jeff Carroll signed all their comic books. We put them in sleeves, and all the characters looked like them. It was a multi-character comic book. So everybody in the classroom had somebody they could see visually and enjoy the book. Thank you, Jeff. It's not if you read, we want you to read. but we need to find out what you like to read, right? I had a gentleman tell me, I'm not reading any novels, but I'll read all the periodicals you want me to, right? I'm not reading any novels, but if it's a how-to, I'm your guy. So listen, I don't care what you read as long as you turn off your devices, turn off your television, and read something. It's just so, so important. Um, and let's talk about young authors. Most of us have been in this game for a long time. So we're not saying you can't have overnight success, you can. But that success comes from learning your craft, right? Just look at Beyonce. She wasn't Queen Bee, 20 years ago, right? Though she learned her craft, she got into the field, learned how to take her name and make it make money for her. Her name is an intellectual property. And I wish we could make children understand that it doesn't matter what your name, make sure when people use it, they use it in a positive way. In a positive way. Because the name that your parents gave you is strong and mighty and has to follow you all of your life. So make it your intellectual property so that when people mention your name in places that you're not, then everybody says, yeah, yeah, I know him. Oh, yeah, yeah, I know her. Make it your own intellectual property. Oh, and listen, I don't know if you know it or not, but it's time. We got to get that 2024 calendar out because I need you to put the Fresh Book Festival on it and all the other 2024 literary events. You can go to my Facebook page. You can go to Troy Johnson, AABLC. He has a list of literary events on his page, the largest online bookstore in the United States for melanated people and indie people and self-published people besides Amazon. He gives you a little more one-on-one, more holistically looking at your book and giving you a way to market. And if you are an author and want to be interviewed by me, please just send me a note at Fresh Book Festivals with an S at gmail.com. We need a bio. We need a cover of your book, brief synopsis of what the book is about. And you'll go toward committee and maybe you'll be the one chosen to be interviewed on Zoom in on a Fresh Conversation, which we do every Monday night. Because marketing is important and marketing is expensive. And so if we can do anything to help somebody market their book, that's what we want to do here at the Fresh Book Festival. We want you to collaborate. We are collaborators, not competitors. Let me say that again. We are collaborators, not competitors. There is enough money out here for all of us. And everybody doesn't read the same. I write suspense erotica. Everybody doesn't read that. But there's a tribe out there that does, right? And that tribe has funds. I don't write children's books, but there's a tribe out there who need their children to have books to read. We must try every genre to make sure that our children are well read. And I believe in the grapes of wrath, Socrates. I believe in all of those. I believe in Man, Child, and the Promised Land. I believe in anything written by Alice Walker and Maya Angelou, of course. And if your children don't really like to read, read to them. Read to them. And if your parents don't really like to read, read to them. Just take a quiet moment. Maybe 2 days a week, turn off all your devices and everybody read to each other. Everybody find a book that everybody can enjoy and read a couple of pages that night. Literacy is a legacy. We need to leave it behind. Generations have to be clear on what reading is all and writing is all about. The power, they say the power of the video is really powerful, but the power of the pen is just as powerful. Don't forget it. Don't forget that if you put pen to paper and you need to make a decision about something and you send it to the right person, 9 times out of 10, you'll get a response. So anyway, it's the Fresh Book Festival. It is in the beautiful city of Daytona Beach. Registration opens September the 1st. We are delighted to be in our 13th year. We are going to invite back the first 13, which I can't believe it. There were 13 of us in the beginning. I believe at this last festival, there was probably close to 50 when we brought people in from all over the world via Zoom. We brought in David Simon from the UK, Pamela Hayes from the UK. It's a different world when it comes to literacy. So just join us here at the Fresh Book Festival. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. My email address is freshbookfestivals with an S @gmail.com, and we will get back to you within 24 hours. And so you have a great week. It's Monday night all over again. And thank you very much for taking the time to be with us this evening. Good night.